Good morning, everyone. In our today's online session, good morning to everyone. This is our online session presented by Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, Educational Department, English Medium, and this is the online session for Standard 6th. Myself, Mohini Pisal from Meethanagar, MPS. Today, students, we are going to study subject science. So I request everyone to sit with your science textbook. Yesterday, we studied about the nutrition and diet, part 1. Today, we are going to see part 2. Students, I want to tell you that all our educational videos are available on our YouTube channel also, and our channel name is BMC Edu English Standard 6. So students, please visit this YouTube channel, like the videos, share it with your friends and families so that each and every student should get benefit of it. And don't forget to subscribe the channel and press this bell icon so that you can get the further notification and all the further updates you can get by pressing this bell icon. So I request everyone to visit our YouTube channel BMC Edu English Standard 6. Students, let's begin our today's morning session of Standard 6 Subject Science and Nutrition and Diet Part 2. In the yesterday's lecture, students, we covered all these topics like nutrition. What is nutrition? We studied why there is need for nutrition. What are the nutrients? What are the type of nutrients and the constituents of food? Okay, now anyone can tell me what is nutrition? Have anyone remember? What is the definition of nutrition? Do anyone remember? You can unmute yourself and you can answer. Yes, you can raise up your hand and you can answer. What is nutrition?
Hello, Didi.
Do anyone? Yes.
The nutrition is
Yes.
need.
Yes, it's the process of
Nutrients need or
yes, okay. I will tell you. Nutrition is the process of taking in food and using it in our day-to-day activities. Is nutrition. Okay. So here, can you see some components of nutrition are given?
yes,
Components.
teacher.
Can anyone read that components?
Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals.
Excellent, beta. Excellent. So we studied yesterday about carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and minerals. Students, today we are going to study about vitamin source and function, types of vitamins, balanced diet, malnutrition, overnutrition, adulteration, how to avoid obesity. So let's begin our today's session with the first concept, that was vitamin. You all can mute your mic. Whenever I'm going to ask you some question or I will tell you to read something, that time you can unmute yourself. So students, vitamin is an organic molecule that is very much essential. It is a part of micronutrient. All the living organism needs it in small quantity for the proper functioning of its metabolism. Vitamin is needed in very small quantity, but it helps in the growth and development of all the living organism. It also boosts our immune system and repair the cellular damage. So vitamin is very necessary, students, as it is comes in micronutrients. Like yesterday we studied about the macronutrient and micronutrient. Micronutrient means it required in our body in lesser amount, in smaller amount. But if we will not take in this vitamin, it can cause some diseases also. So students, the vitamins are of two types: water soluble vitamin and water insoluble vitamin. Here on my screen you can see the water soluble vitamin. Vitamins are of two types: water soluble and water insoluble. So as this word water soluble says, water soluble, the word itself says that the vitamins which easily dissolve in water, they are called as water soluble vitamins. So vitamin B and vitamin C, they dissolve easily in water. So they are called as water soluble vitamin. And there are some type of vitamin B also. They are B1, B2, B3, B6, B9 and B12. So all this vitamin dissolve in water. That's why they are called as water soluble vitamin. Now let's move toward the second term which is given over here. Water insoluble vitamin. Water insoluble means it doesn't get dissolved in water, but it dissolves in fat. Okay. This water insoluble vitamin get dissolved in fat, and they are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. So vitamin A, D, E and K are fat soluble and they are insoluble in water. They does not get dissolved in water easily, but they do get dissolved in fat. Okay. So that's why they are called as water insoluble vitamin. So any one of you can again tell me what is water soluble vitamin? What is water soluble vitamin? Any one of you? Just now we studied water soluble vitamin. What the term water soluble says us? What it refers? Water soluble vitamin. Yes? Anyone can unmute? You have to raise your hand, student. If you will raise your hand, the sir will unmute. Yes, okay.
Vitamin B and vitamin C dissolve easily in water. So they are called water soluble vitamins. Type of vitamin B, B1, B2, B3, B6, B9 and B12.
Very good. Now can you read the water insoluble vitamin?
Yes, miss. Water insoluble vitamins. Vitamin A, D, E and K are fat soluble vitamins insoluble in water.
Okay. Now can you tell me water soluble? What is the meaning of water soluble? Can you tell me water soluble? What is the meaning of water soluble?
Easily in water.
What? What easily in the water?
Dissolve.
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 Dissolve easily in water.
Dissolve easily in water. That's water soluble.
Easily in water, miss.
Yes, very good, Pankini. Water insoluble. Can you tell me, Pankini, water insoluble means what?
Yes, miss. Water insoluble doesn't soluble in water, but fat soluble vitamins. Means
Excellent,
fat
Pankaj.
means in the fat it will soluble vitamin.
Very good, Pankani. Very good. Excellent, Pankani. As Pankani told us that water insoluble vitamin doesn't get dissolved in water, but it get dissolved in fat. That's why they are called as fat soluble and insoluble in water. So, Pankani, can you tell me what are that vitamins which are water insoluble?
Yes, teacher. A
Yes.
vitamin A, D, E, and K are the water insoluble vitamins.
Excellent, Pankani. You gave the answer in full sentence. Very good, beta. Water insoluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E, and K. Okay. Now you understood this both the concept. Vitamins are of two types, water soluble and water insoluble. We saw the water soluble dissolve easily in water. They are vitamin B and vitamin C. And the water insoluble vitamins doesn't get dissolved in water, but they do get dissolved in fat. And they are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Excellent. So, vitamins are, as we study that vitamins are very important for us. And if we will not intake the vitamin properly, it will become diseases. So, this chart or this table is given in your textbook. Can everyone see in your
Yes,
textbook?
miss.
This table is
Yes,
given.
miss.
So, can anyone read me the use of
Yes,
vitamin?
I am.
Yes, yes, yes. Very good.
Vitamin A. Use protects eyes, helps to keep skin, bones, and teeth healthy.
Very,
Sources: carrot,
very good.
milk, butter, dark green vegetables, sweet potatoes, deep yellow fruits and vegetables. Deficiency, deficiency disease, night blindness,
Blindness.
inability, blindness, inability to see in dim light, exoderma, dry
Xeroderma, beta.
skin, exoderma, dry skin.
Okay. Now, as she studied that vitamin A, what is the use of vitamin A? It protects our eyes. It is very important to protect our eyes and it helps to keep skin and bone teeth
Yes,
healthy. Vitamin
miss.
A helps in keeping our skin, bones, and teeth healthy. So, the food sources in which vitamin A is present are carrot. We should eat carrot, milk, butter, dark green vegetables, and sweet potatoes, and the deep yellow vegetables and fruits. Okay,
Fruits.
all these food sources gives us vitamin A. And if we will not take vitamin A, what will happen? You know, it will create disease, and that disease name is night blindness. And you know what is the meaning of night blindness? It is the inability to see blind at night or poor vision, we can say. It's a retina problem. The person experiences poor vision at night. So night blindness means the person experience low vision or very dim vision at night. He having a problem to see at night. That is night blindness. And the next word, this is very difficult word to read. That is xeroderma. Okay. So xeroderma is a disease. It's a skin disease. Okay. In this, the skin, on the skin, there will be patches. Here you can see in the picture how the patches occurs on the skin and the full skin become full dry. Yes or no? So these are the these are the diseases. If we will not eat vitamin A in our diet, this all diseases will be caused. Xeroderma and night blindness. Okay, students. Now we will move towards our next vitamin, that is vitamin B1. The function of vitamin B1 is it helps in proper function of nerves and heart. It takes care of the function of nerves and proper functioning of heart. And the sources in which vitamin B1 is present, they are milk, fish, meat, cereals, nuts, and pulses. So all these are the food sources in which vitamin B1 is present. If you will not take in this vitamin B1 in your diet, it will cause diseases like beriberi. Now, I will tell you what is beriberi. Beriberi is a disease in which the limbs and there will be weakness in your nerves and muscles. It also causes swelling in your feet or legs. It damages the nerves and leads to the decrease in muscle strength. So here in this picture, you can see there is a muscle problem. There is a muscle problem in their person and the nerve disorder. The nerve disorder can cause and it leads to damage the muscle and it will weak our muscle. So this is the disease which can be caused with the deficiency of vitamin B1. If you don't want that your muscle should be strong, you should eat vitamin B1. Okay, so can anyone tell me what are the sources? I'm asking about the sources, food sources. In which food the vitamin B1 is present? Yes? In which food sources vitamin B1 is present?
Miss.
Yes,
So
Milk, fish, seeds, nuts, pulse.
Okay. Now both of you together, just one by one, you have to tell me the answer that in the food sources in which vitamin B1 is present, they are milk, fish, meat, cereals, nuts, and pulse. Okay, now tell me which disease will get caused if we will not take vitamin B1? Name of the disease?
beriberi.
Yes, very good. Very. Now, let's move to our next vitamin, that is vitamin B9. Now, here, vitamin B9 functions in our body for the growth of the body. Okay, it helps in the growth of our body. In our diet, it helps in the growth of our body. Okay, so there is increase in the height, increase in the body organs. There is the full growth of the body happens due to the vitamin B9. If we will take the proper amount of B9 in our body, the growth of the body will happen and it will be very good in our body. So what are the food sources in which vitamin B9 is present? They are deep green vegetables, papayas and kiwi. Can you see in the picture, papaya and kiwi is present. So if you will eat papaya and kiwi, you will get the vitamin B9. But if there will be deficiency of vitamin B9, it can cause diseases like improper growth, anemia, forgetfulness, slow movements. So all this disease can happen if you will not intake proper vitamin B9 in your diet. Here you can see in the picture how there is improper growth of a child is there. Legs, how legs are thin, very thin legs are there. Yes or no? It is just because he didn't took vitamin B9 in his diet. And if you will not take vitamin B9 in your diet, you will forget answers easily in the exams also. So you should eat vitamin B9 in your diet so that your memory will become strong. Okay. If you will not take, there will be forgetfulness. You will forget everything. Okay. So you should take vitamin B9 in your diet. Next vitamin is vitamin B12. Here you can see the function of vitamin B12 is formation of red blood cells. In vitamin B12, it forms the red blood cells in our body. And the food sources in which vitamin B12 is present, they are meat, milk products. In all these food sources, vitamin B12 is present. And the deficiency disease caused by the vitamin B12 is anemia. Here, can you see the difference in the hands of the person? This is a person with normal blood group, okay, RBC. In this person, the red blood cells are present in proper amount. But in the anemic patient or the person caused with anemia, see, it's looking pale yellow. Yes or no? It is just because the formation of red blood cells didn't happen in this person's body. So that's why there is less amount of red blood cells present in the body. That's why it became yellow. Can you see the difference in the picture? Yes. So RBC are present in lesser count. That's why the person is suffered from anemia. And here in the normal person, RBC is present in accurate amount. Okay. So we should take vitamin B12 in our diet so that red blood cells will properly formed in our body. Okay. Now we will move towards our next vitamin, that is vitamin D. Vitamin D, it's a very easy thing that it absorbs calcium and phosphorus for healthy bones and teeth. If we want healthy bones and our teeth in our body, so we should take vitamin D. And the very wonderful source of vitamin D is the sunlight. Okay, sunlight is the wonderful source of vitamin D. And if you can't go out nowadays, pandemic situation is, epidemic is there, and corona is there, so you can't go out. But there are some food sources in which vitamin D is present. They are like milk, fish, eggs, and butter, from which we can get vitamin D. These are the food sources from which we can get vitamin D. And if there will be deficiency of vitamin D, it can cause rickets. Okay. Now rickets are it softens the areas of growing tissue. Here you can see at the ends of a child's bone. Here you can see the bone. It can cause skeletal deformity. Skeletal deformity can be caused due to the lack of vitamin D. In the normal human being, the skeletal bone of leg is like this. In the picture you can see the skeleton bone is like this. But there will be deformity in the skeleton bone of the legs because of the lack of vitamin D. The bowed legs or knock knees. Here you can see the knees, how knees are there, knock knees are there. And thickened wrist and ankles can be caused due to the lack of vitamin D. Okay, so here you can see the difference in the normal bone and the bone which is caused by rickets. Can you see? Okay, so here is the difference between normal bone and rickets. So that's why we have to take vitamin D in our diet in adequate amount. Okay, so there will be no rickets. Now next is vitamin C. So can anyone tell me the function of vitamin C? Can anyone read the function of vitamin C? Yes. Any one of you can read this. You can raise up your hand, then sir will unmute you. Yes, vitamin C. Who can read the function of vitamin C?
I'm read.
Okay.
Vitamin C. Use proteins body tissues formation of collagen, a
Yes.
protein essential for gums, teeth, bones, and skin. Sources: alma, kiwi,
Amla. That
oranges,
is amla.
amla. Sources: amla, kiwi, oranges, and other citrus fruits, cabbage, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables. Full stop. Thank
Very,
you.
very good. Excellent, beta. Excellent, you read that the vitamin C function that it protects our body tissues. The tissues which are present inside our body, it is protected by vitamin C and it forms the collagen, the protein essential for gums. Okay, our gums will be healthy because of the vitamin C present in our diet. If we want a good skin and very strong bones and teeth, what we have to do? We have to take proper vitamin C in our diet. And for that, there are some food sources in which vitamin C is present. They are amla, kiwi, oranges, other citrus fruits, cabbage, tomatoes, and all the green leafy vegetables. From there, you can take vitamin C. And if there will be deficiency of vitamin C, then it can cause diseases like scurvy. Here in the picture, you can see there is a bleeding of gums. Yes or no? The blood is coming out from the gums. So it can, you want like this? No, na? So that's why you should take vitamin C in your diet. And there will be thyroid malfunctioning. In the thyroid problem can occur in your neck. Okay, the problem can occur in the thyroid system. So if you don't want this, you should take vitamin C. And your wounds will not heal easily. It will take more and more time. So there will be delaying in healing of wounds. If you will not take vitamin C, then all these diseases will be caused. Okay, there will be scurvy, thyroid malfunction, and delay in the healing of wounds. Okay, so did you understood what are the deficiency disease caused by vitamin C? Scurvy, thyroid malfunction, and delaying healing of wounds. Let's move towards the next vitamin, that is vitamin E. Now the function of vitamin E, it's smooth functioning of metabolism inside the cell. If it smoothen the function of metabolism inside the cell, and it helps in the reproduction to maintain the efficiency of muscle cells. It maintains the efficiency of muscle cells also. And the food sources in which vitamin E is present, they are wheat gum, green leafy vegetables, tender leaves, vegetable oil. In all these things, vitamin E are present. Okay, here you can see the picture also of food sources in which vitamin E is present. If you will not take vitamin E, what will happen? There will be weak muscles. Your muscles will not be strong. There will be weak muscles. There will be cramps in your muscles, pain in your muscle, okay, and obstruction in reproduction. In the female, the reproduction cause, and there will be obstruction in the reproduction. There will be skin disorder also. The skin, here you can see the patches on the skin. So if you don't want such patches on in your skin, if you want a very healthy skin, so you should intake vitamin E. And the food sources are green leafy vegetables, tender leaves, wheat germ, vegetable oil. All these are sources of vitamin E. Now, we will move towards vitamin K. What is the function of vitamin K? It helps in clotting of blood. There will not be blood loss. Okay, if our cells will not clot the blood, then what will happen? there will be excessive bleeding. Okay, here if we will not take vitamin K in our diet, there will be excessive bleeding, and vitamin K helps in clotting of the blood. The food sources in which vitamin K are present, they are green leafy vegetables, green cabbages, broccoli, sprouted pulses, yellow of eggs. Okay, so all these are the food sources in which vitamin K is present. Now we will move towards the next concept, that is a balanced diet. Before that, we will study about what is diet. All that we consume during the day is together called a diet. Means whatever food we intake throughout the day, that is our diet. And what is balanced diet? The diet consisting of the adequate amount of all the necessary nutrients. It means if we will take the right amount of all the necessary nutrients in our diet, that diet will be balanced diet. So students, we should eat proper and right amount of all the nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, proteins, minerals, fiber, and water. All these nutrients, when all these food components are present in exact, right, and accurate amount in our diet, that diet is called as balanced diet. Now, we will move towards the next. What are the importance of balanced diet? Okay, so the importance and significance of balanced diet are, it increase the capacity to do work. Our day-to-day activity, we do many work throughout the day. So it enhances the capacity to do work. It also helps in the physical and mental health. It increases the capacity to fight against the diseases. It also helps in the proper growth of the body. So all these are the significance of the balanced diet. Okay, so that's why we should intake balanced diet, or we should take the proper diet of all the nutrition present in our diet. Okay, why? Because we want to keep our bones and physical and mental health strong. Okay, we have to fight against the diseases. Our body should fight against the diseases, and for the proper growth of our body, the balanced diet is very much necessary. Now let's move toward the next, that is balanced diet pyramid. The balanced diet pyramid is also given in your textbook. So what are the things we should include in our diet? So here you can see at the downside of the triangle, it's a triangle, it's a balanced diet pyramid. It's like a pyramid. So at the lower part of the pyramid, we can see cereals and pulses. Cereals and pulses we have to take in large amount, okay? Because the carbohydrates, as I told you, the carbohydrate, fats and proteins are needed in our body in larger amount. So that's why we have to intake carbohydrate, fats and proteins in large amount. Cereals and pulses we have to take in large amount. After that, we have to eat fruits and vegetables. We should not forget the fruits and vegetables. Green leafy vegetables you should eat in your diet. Then you should also eat milk products, meat, fish, eggs, from which we get proteins, right? So we should not leave milk products, meat, fish, eat. You should include all these things in your diet. And last but not the least, the fats or fatty substances like oil, ghee, butter. But you should eat all this thing in little bit in lesser amount. So these were the balanced diet pyramid. Okay, so did you understood what were the things or the nutrition which we should include in our diet to have the balanced diet in our food? Next, we will study about the fiber. Dietary fiber, they found mainly in fruits, vegetables, whole grains and legumes. If we select a daily diet, which includes vegetable, fruits, sprouts, and cereals, according to the pyramid, we will also get fiber in sufficient quantity. The foods contain fiber can provide health benefits as well as it helps to maintain a healthy weight and it lowering your risk of all the diseases like diabetes, heart problem, and some of the type of cancer also it reduces if you will intake proper dietary fiber in your diet. Next is water. As we all know, water is very essential for human life. It regulates body temperature. All with all the other nutrients, the body also needs an adequate supply of water. For this purpose, we should drink milk, buttermilk, lemon, juices, sharbat, fruit juices, and plenty of water. So, by the intake of all the drinks like milk, buttermilk, lemon juices, sharbats, and fruit juices, and the plenty of water, it regulates our body temperature and it also converts the food to components needed for the survival. The water also helps in the formation of saliva, which helps in the digestion of our food. So water is very necessary component, food component, which we should include in our body and in our diet. Okay. So we should drink plenty of water. If you will drink regularly plenty of water, then you will be away from all the dangerous diseases. Now, next concept is malnutrition. Malnutrition occurs when all the nutrients are that the body needs are not obtained in the proper proportion. If there will be imbalance in a person's intake of nutrients, or it affects a billion of people are affected worldwide because of this disease, malnutrition. Some population have a high risk of development. Certain types of malnutrition depending in their environment, lifestyle, and resources. So not getting enough amount of calories or not getting enough amount of nutritious food, it leads to the low weight. Here you can see the picture of a boy, how his weight is very much less and he is very much thin. That's why he undergoes the undernourished, because there will be less amount of nutritious food. He was not taking the proper amount of nutritious food in his diet. That's why he suffered from malnutrition. Okay, student. So if you don't want to be like this boy, here see his weight is so less. The malnutrition leads to weight loss, then dry hair and skin. See how his skin became, loss of fat and muscle nerves. So there will be a very weight loss in your body. So if you don't want to suffer from malnutrition, you have to take proper diet. Now, next is overnutrition. Overnutrition means excessive amount of intake of nutrition, which leads to accumulation of body fat, and that impairs health. And you can also say it in other words, overweight or obesity. So obesity is it's not a disease, but if you will take it in an accurate amount of nutrition, or you can overload yourself with all the food, so it will be caused. Now, next concept is adulteration. Adulteration in simple words is mixing. Okay, adulteration of food means mixing. In order to earn more profits, and cheaper substances of low quality are mixed with the foodstuff, and these substances are called adulterants, and adding them to foodstuff is called adulteration of food. Okay, so students, you should remember in adulteration, simple word is mixing. The food substances are mixed with other substances and the adulteration of food occurs. So for the dukandars, what they do, they For earning the more profit and the cheaper substances of low quality, they mix the food stuff with the other substances. Like here, some examples are given. Some of the shopkeepers do all these things. So here, some examples are given, like milk, water chemicals like urea and starch. The milk is mixed with urea and starch. The chili powder is in red color. So what they do, they add up, they mix brick powder or powdered pumpkin in that. Like next is ice cream, washing soda, paper pulp, all these get added. And in rice, what they do, the small white stones, because rice is also in white color. So what they do, they mix rice with the white small stones. Peanuts, what they do with the peanuts, they mix the peanuts with the reddish pebbles or stones. So what happens? For earning the more profit, they do the mixing of the substances with the other food items or other substances. Okay, so that means that is adulteration or food, and it's a crime. Okay, so next topic is how to avoid obesity. Now, how to avoid obesity? If we will take a balanced diet and we do not eat, if you are not hungry, you should eat whole grains, eat fruits, vegetables with their skins. Don't remove the skins of vegetables and fruits. You have to eat it with the skin, because the skin of the vegetables and fruit contains the nutritious. Then next is increased use of bicycle. You should do more regular exercise. Then play more outdoor games. Okay, all these are the things from which you can avoid obesity. And what the things which you should not do? You should not eat. If you are not hungry, you should not eat. Do not watch TV while eating. Do not use motor vehicles or traveling for a short distance. Avoid pre-cooked packaged foods. Okay, so all these things you should not do. Now, students, can anyone answer me? I will ask you one question. You have to answer me. Name some water-soluble vitamins. We have studied it. Anyone? You can raise up the hand. So we'll unmute you. Can you tell me what? Yes. Any water-soluble vitamin? Hello? You have to tell me water-soluble.
Water-soluble B and C.
Very good, beta. Very good, Pankhani. Vitamin B and vitamin C. Can you tell me the type of vitamin B? What were the types of vitamin B?
B1, B9, B12, B2 and B6.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you, Pankhani. Thank you, Pankhani. So here we ended our session, and this is your homework, beta, that you have to draw the balanced diet pyramid in your notebook. So you can take the screenshot of it, or if you want to write in your notebook, you can write the homework in your notebook. Okay. So this is end of our session, and you have to write the homework that you have to draw the balanced diet pyramid, which is given in your textbook. Okay, so you have to write it down in your notebook. Till then, eat healthy, stay healthy, and thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Hello. Everyone, please pay attention here. We are having YouTube channel, and its name is BMC Edu English Standard 6. Please visit this channel, subscribe it, share it, and like it. Thank you very much.